Imagine walking home on a crisp autumn evening, the streets empty, the only sound the rustling of leaves beneath your feet. Suddenly, a chill runs down your spine as you stumble upon a crime scene. The police tape a grim reminder that something is terribly wrong. This is the reality for thousands of families in Britain, where the unthinkable has happened, and the search for answers has just begun. You find yourself standing on a deserted road, the darkness punctuated only by the faint glow of a street lamp in the distance. The air is heavy with the scent of damp earth and decaying leaves. A chill runs down your spine as you realize you're not alone. The silence is oppressive, a sense of foreboding that something is about to go terribly wrong. And then, you hear it, the sound of footsteps, light at first, but growing louder with each passing moment. The rustling of leaves, the snapping of twigs, and the faint whisper of a voice, all blend together to create an eerie melody that sends shivers down your spine. You try to see into the darkness, but it's like trying to peer into a black hole. The uncertainty is suffocating, and you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. As the footsteps draw closer, your heart racing with anticipation, you wonder what's about to emerge from the shadows. Will it be a friend, a foe, or something far more sinister? The darkness seems to be coalescing into a presence that's about to change your life forever. You're now standing in a small, cluttered room, the walls lined with dusty files and faded photographs. The air is thick with the scent of old paper and stale coffee. A sense of unease settles in the pit of your stomach as you realize you're in the midst of a crime scene. A detective, hunched over a desk, is meticulously piecing together the fragments of a puzzle. The sound of rustling papers, the soft hum of a computer, and the occasional ring of a phone all blend together to create a sense of urgency. As you watch, the detective's eyes lock onto a particular file, and a look of determination crosses their face. You sense that they're on the cusp of a breakthrough, but the question is, what have they discovered? Is it a crucial piece of evidence, a long-awaited lead, or something that will blow the entire case wide open? The detective's hands move with a renewed sense of purpose, and you can't help but feel that you're about to uncover a secret that's been hidden for far too long. The silence is palpable, punctuated only by the sound of the detective's breathing, as they delve deeper into the mystery. And then, just as you think you're about to learn the truth, the detective's phone rings, shattering the silence, and leaving you wondering what's on the other end of the line. You're now part of a team of investigators, working tirelessly to unravel the threads of a complex case. The room is a hive of activity, with detectives typing away on their computers, forensic scientists analyzing evidence, and experts poring over witness statements. The air is electric with anticipation, as each new discovery brings you closer to the truth. You watch as a detective carefully examines a piece of evidence, their eyes scanning every detail, every nuance. The sound of keyboards clacking, the hum of machinery, and the occasional burst of conversation all blend together to create a sense of momentum. But just as you think you're making progress, a new twist emerges, throwing everything into chaos. A witness comes forward with a contradictory statement, a piece of evidence is disputed, or a new lead takes you down a completely different path. The investigation is a roller coaster of emotions, with each twist and turn keeping you on the edge of your seat. You begin to question everything, from the motives of the suspects to the reliability of the evidence. The case is a puzzle, and you're not sure if you have all the pieces. As you delve deeper, you start to realize that nothing is as it seems, and the truth is far more complex than you ever imagined. The room is filled with the sound of scribbling pens, rustling papers, and the occasional sigh of frustration, as the team works to untangle the web of clues. And then, just as you think you're getting close to the truth, a mysterious figure emerges from the shadows, casting a long, ominous shadow across the room. You're now standing in a cold, sterile room, the walls lined with metal lockers and the air thick with the scent of disinfectant. A sense of unease settles in the pit of your stomach as you realize you're in a morgue. A forensic scientist, dressed in a white lab coat, is carefully examining a body, their eyes scanning every detail, every wound. The sound of rustling gloves, the soft hum of machinery, and the occasional beep of a monitor all blend together to create a sense of detachment. But as you watch, the scientist's expression changes, a look of surprise crossing their face. They've found something, a clue that could change the entire course of the investigation. You sense that you're on the cusp of a major breakthrough, but the question is, what is it? Is it a piece of evidence, a witness statement, or something far more sinister? The scientist's hands move with a renewed sense of purpose, and you can't help but feel that you're about to uncover a secret that's been hidden for far too long. The silence is palpable, punctuated only by the sound of the scientist's breathing as they delve deeper into the mystery. And then, just as you think you're about to learn the truth, the scientist's phone rings, shattering the silence, and leaving you wondering what's on the other end of the line. The room is filled with the sound of whirring machinery, beeping monitors, and the occasional rustle of papers, as the scientist works to unravel the mystery of the body. You're now standing in a small, quiet room, the walls lined with faded photographs and the air thick with the scent of old books. A sense of sadness settles in the pit of your stomach as you realize you're in a victim's family home. A relative, seated in a chair, is staring blankly into space, their eyes red from crying. The sound of soft music, the occasional creak of the house, and the distant hum of a car all blend together to create a sense of melancholy. You sense that you're in the midst of a tragedy that's torn a family apart. The relative's eyes slowly focus on you, and you see a deep sense of pain and loss. They begin to speak, their voice barely above a whisper, as they recount the events leading up to the tragedy. You listen, entranced, as they paint a picture of a life cut short, a future stolen. The room is filled with the sound of sniffles, the occasional sob, and the soft rustle of tissues, as the relative struggles to come to terms with their loss. And then, just as you think you're about to learn the truth, the relative's expression changes, a look of determination crossing their face. They're not going to let the tragedy define them, they're going to fight for justice, no matter what it takes. The silence is palpable, punctuated only by the sound of the relative's breathing, as they steel themselves for the battle ahead. You're now standing in a modern, sleek office, the walls lined with computer screens and the air thick with the scent of freshly brewed coffee. A sense of excitement settles in the pit of your stomach as you realize you're in a cutting-edge forensic lab. A team of scientists, dressed in white lab coats, are busily analyzing evidence, their eyes scanning every detail, every nuance. The sound of humming machinery, the soft beep of computers, and the occasional burst of conversation all blend together to create a sense of anticipation. You watch as the scientists work tirelessly to uncover the truth, using the latest technology and techniques to analyze the evidence. The room is filled with the sound of whirring machinery, beeping computers, and the occasional rustle of papers, as the team works to unravel the mystery. And then, just as you think you're about to learn the truth, the lead scientist turns to you, a look of excitement on their face. They've made a breakthrough, a discovery that could change the entire course of the investigation. The silence is palpable, punctuated only by the sound of the scientist's breathing, as they prepare to reveal the truth. But just as you're about to learn the answer, the screen fades to black, leaving you with a haunting question: what really happened, and will justice ever be served? The darkness is absolute, punctuated only by the sound of your own breathing, as you're left to ponder the mystery. As you've journeyed through the twists and turns of this case, you've realized that the truth is often more complex, more sinister than you ever imagined. But now, it's your turn to be a part of the investigation. Share your theory, your thoughts, and your questions in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe for more true crime stories, and join us next time as we delve into another baffling case. The mystery is still out there, waiting to be solved, and together, we can uncover the truth. But for now, the darkness remains, and the question still lingers: what really happened, and will justice ever be served?